this video, we're going to take a look at the new Max for Live utility from Point Blank. If you're not sure how to install a Max for Live device, then check out our other videos in this series. This one doesn't actually make any sound, but I've never found a way to copy envelope settings within Analog, and this is really useful when thickening or making a sound stereo. We explore sound design using synths like Analog in our Ableton sound design course, and I often end up grumbling a bit when creating stereo sounds using Analog because it's so fiddly. So look, for example, at these two envelopes. If I want to make amp 1 exactly the same as amp 2, I need to look at the different settings. So decay is on 2.48 seconds, sustain on 1, release on 182. So for the release time, I need to click there and then type in 0.182. And by now I've already forgotten the decay settings. Let's jump back, 2.48. Click on there, 2.48. Okay, sustain on 1. So it's basically like that, and we kind of toggle between the two sections there. If you're doing this in Operator, you can actually just control click there and you can copy from any of the oscillators to any of the other oscillators, or one oscillator to all of them. Equally with Collision, you find you've got a copy button which allows you to copy the resonators. So let me drop in the PB AnalogCopier, drop it there. Now it's set up to automatically find this track and whatever's first in the track, which should be Analog. But obviously you could select other tracks and other instances of Analog as well. Okay, so it's just really easy how you use this. It's automatically default to copy oscillator 1 or filter 1 or amp 1 down to 2. If you want to switch that, then just click on this button. Okay, let's go from 1 to 2 and just change these settings so it's obvious. And then you just select what you want to copy. So if you just want to copy the amp envelope, there we go. That is now done. Equally, let's have a look at the filter. So just change this around a bit. And select here the filter envelope only, and that's now copied the envelope from filter 1 down to filter 2. So once you've done that, we can make the sound stereo. So if I pan that out to left and right, and note that I've already offset the detune settings. Let me take utility off. Okay, if I monitor that. So you can hear the effect it's actually having on the sound by panning that out wide. So it's useful when creating a stereo sound that the envelopes are matched, and also the filter settings as well. So if I'd come here, I could just do all the filter settings, and now you can see that is switched to the same filter type. So in terms of the other settings, let me just drop in a default here. And say I want to copy all of these settings at the bottom here to oscillator 1, filter 1 and amp 1. Click on the copy 2 to 1, come here and then choose this, and you'll now see all those parameters reflect all the lower parameters and the envelopes as well. You can also select just the filter settings or just the filter envelope, all the amp settings, amp envelope only, and you can also copy the LFOs between each other as well, which is also really useful. So in the time it takes to copy one envelope from amp 1 to amp 2, you can actually download this plugin. So hopefully it'll save you a bit of time and make sound design just that bit easier. If you want more info on our courses at London, LA or online, then head over to pointblanklondon.com, and also make sure you check out our other Max for Live devices which are freely available to download, and we also cover sound design tips in our Ableton Quick Tips series.